Hi everyone, Tasha here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to create an ocean themed card using items from the Kat Scrappiness Friends Under the Sea release. This little turtle is so cute and I can't wait to show you how easy it is to create this underwater scene. Some of the items I'll be using include the Kat Scrappiness Light Turquoise Pearl Mix. I'll be using the brand new Underwater Adventures backdrop die set to create that cool ocean scene. My stamping will be done using the Friends Under the Sea stamp set. I'll use the little turtle, but there are 2 other images included and tons of sentiments. For the paper, I'm using the Kat Scrappiness Glitter Galore, and I decided to go with this pretty purple color. Each piece is double-sided. And I'll be using a piece of pattern paper from the Friends Under the Sea paper pad. And this one again is double-sided. They have all of these fun designs and I just love these little bubbles. And lastly, we'll be using several pieces of paper to create our little scene. To start our project, we're going to stamp the little turtle. I'm going to use my Misty tool to make sure I stamp it nice and dark, and this way I don't have to worry about messing up my stamping. I'm using black hybrid ink, and again I did stamp it more than once just to make sure it was nice and dark and make sure that those eyes were dark as well. Once it was done, he is ready to color up, but since I had the Misty out, I decided to stamp my greeting right away. I selected See You Soon from the Friends Under the Sea stamp set, and this one again, the stamp set has so many fun sentiments to choose from, so you can mix and match. Once I was done stamping, it was time to color up my little turtle image. I'm going to use several shades of green and then a yellow to color the little turtle. I'm going over all of the turtle with a really light green color. This one is actually a YG21. It's kind of almost like a yellow color. It's a really light green. After that, I went in with a mid-tone color, just kind of going over to create little shadows. I didn't want to color the whole thing because I wanted all those highlights to show, but then using several shades and building up that color kind of gives your turtle a little bit more dimension, and I love the way it looks with that pop of that light green in the center. It kind of looks like light would be shining on the turtle as he's going to be swimming around. Then I went in with some darker shades of green to color in the turtle spots, add again a little bit more shadowing, and just going around the edges. Once you have your darkest shade around the edges, you'll just go backwards to the colors you used and blend them. And everything should blend together nicely if you stay within that same color family. So since we went dark, we added the medium, and then we're going over everything with that lightest color just to make sure everything is covered and blended together. And do you see how it all comes together? It just takes a little time. And then once I was done, I added some pink to the little cheeks and went in with my white gel pen to add a little bit of white details on the shell, his little parts of his body, and then on his little cheeks I added some little dots. I just love how he looks with pink cheeks. And here's how he looks all colored up. Isn't he cute? And then once you're done, you can just have this stamped onto your design or cut it out. Now it's time to start getting our pieces together to create that underwater scene. So I'm going to use the dies from the Underwater Adventures backdrop die set, and I'm going to run through the large frame on that pattern paper with the bubbles. I want the bubbles to be in the background, so I cut it out with the frame. You get the frame piece and then that inside middle piece, and the middle piece is what we want. So you really get the 2 pieces, so you're not wasting anything, which I love. So again, you can use either side, but I'm going with bubbles. And then I'm going to run that same die through my machine with the glitter paper. You could cut your glitter paper down to size, but I really just need the border or that frame area, and I didn't want to waste the glitter paper. After I cut my main paper, you can use distressed ink or another pattern paper if you choose to. And now I'm going to cut that center opening. All you have to do is run it through your die cutting machine and look how easy it is to come out. You just kind of wiggle it and gently remove it, and now you have this opening. You can layer pattern paper like I'm doing here, or you can easily make this into a shaker card. Do you see how I have a little bit of sand in the background? You can use this die, and I'm just using a piece of scrap paper that I had that had kind of a sandy color or texture to it. I ran it through, and it's easy as that, and now you have a perfect piece of a sandy border. I also did go ahead and pre-cut those rocks. You can make them any color you choose to. Lastly, we're going to assemble our card. I'm using some liquid adhesive around the edges of that frame for that purple glitter, and I'm going to attach it to a piece of lavender paper. I thought it was easier than trying to get my glue runner, and then this way I had some wiggle room since it's not a full piece of paper. It's just the frame, and that's kind of hard to layer, so that glue gives me a little bit extra time to position it. Next, I'm going to go in with my glue runner and add that center piece with all of the little bubbles. And you see how cutting that frame with the glitter, you're not wasting any paper. And I love using my glitter paper, and I did not want to have to waste it by it being covered up. Now you could layer on your sand directly to your card, but I wanted to make sure I had it in the right spot. So I decided to glue that sand piece right to the back of this opening area. And again, this is also perfect for making shakers. So if you like to make shaker cards, this would be really fun to do for some summer projects. Once I had my sand in place, I went around the edges with my glue runner. I wanted to make sure I had a nice strong hold, so I put glue runner everywhere and added some more adhesive to those little skinny areas so everything would stay put. Then I would gently put it right in the center of my card, and everything lines up great because this set all coordinates together. And you see how nice that looks with those bubbles in the background? I just love the little bubbles. Next, I went in with my glue and just added those little rocks. You get two, but I did cut out another one to have another rock in front of that other sea plant. I just like the way it looks with 3 rocks. And then for my turtle, I decided to add foam adhesive to the back of him to have him raised up a bit to look like he's swimming around in the water. Again, you can just attach him directly to your card. You could also add multiple animals or sea animals or whatever you want to add on here, and it would look great because you have a little scene that you're building. I did layer on my sentiment. I cut it down to size and layered it on a piece of lavender cardstock that matches that bottom layer. And I'm just going to attach it to the top of the card, and it fits great right there. And then for a little extra details, again, since we have these bubbles in the background, I'm using some of these Kat Scrappiness pearls. Kat Scrappiness pearls are so easy to use, and I love the way they look. I'm also using this new picker tool that they have. This one's awesome. One side is sticky or waxy to pick up sequins or these little pearls so easily. And then the other end is pointed. So it's like a metal pointed tip, which is great for picking off strong adhesive tape, like the backing, or using it to punch out die cuts, which, you know, you always need something sharp to punch out your little die cut images and backdrops. So this tool is awesome, and this is also part of the new release. So do you see how easy it is? I just add some glue, and I can pick up my little pearls with the new tool and just layer them where I want them to be. And they fit perfectly within those bubbles, and I love the way that that blue color looks. And then to attach my card to the card base, it's just a simple card base. The completed card is 4.5 by 5 3/4. And then I just added some glue runner and attached it directly to the cardstock. For a little extra detail on the rocks, I went in with a darker gray Copic marker and just added some little dots just to give it a little bit of detail. And this is how it looks. Here's my sample card, and here's the one we created together. I hope you guys enjoyed a peek at the new Kat Scrappiness Friends Under the Sea release, and all the items will be listed in the description box below. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.